Not sure if you've seen this new feature in Adobe Illustrator, but it's pretty wild. It takes a two-dimensional vector graphic and makes it into 3D. And it looks like it also makes wallpaper. I've got cartoons from clip art libraries that I've purchased for decades somewhere on a lot of these external hard drives that I have sitting on my table right here that I just recently unboxed. And I'm going to go back and see if I can find some of the cartoons that I've purchased that are in vector format and see if I can rotate them like this, because this is pretty wild. It's going to change the entire way that clip art is sold, I think. I don't know. This is pretty wild. Okay, so this is really wild. I have this PDF. See if I can reduce it down to the size so you can see the whole thing. This is a book that someone made called My Soft G. And I'm not sure if I got it on Teachers Pay Teachers or where I got it from. But this is a multi-page document, and all of these cartoons are done by a guy that I've been following for probably 20 years named Ron Leishman. He's got a very specific, very easily recognizable style. So I just scrolled down to find an interesting image. I downloaded this PDF into my computer, and then I opened it up in Adobe Illustrator and asked it to generate this image using I forget what this tool is called. It's a new tool that they just introduced, but check this out. This rotates the image even though it's not a vector image. This is a GIF or a JPEG image, and it rotates it around on an axis, and it doesn't do a fantastic job, because you'll notice when I go this way, watch what happens to where it's connected down here. It's not aligned very well, and the AI doesn't quite get that aspect of it. But even still, as a standalone, I don't even know what you call it. It's called Turntable. This tool is called Turntable. But this means you can buy clip art and have multiple versions of the same piece of clip art. And Ron Leishman sells his clip art on his website on a subscription basis, where you can buy for, I think, 20 cents a day, you can get a brand new piece of vector clip art. This vector clip art exists somewhere, but this isn't even, I'm going to go preview mode. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I guess it converted it. Okay, I guess I was wrong on that. So it generated, auto-traced the image. So that you can save out these vector images, and you probably have to play around with them a little bit, but this is pretty amazing that this application does this. This turntable thing is really going to change things up. I can see it being able to, because there's ways that you can separate the pieces out. This is a flat vector image, meaning it's now in this position and stuck in this position. But there's ways that you can build things in Adobe Illustrator in pieces, so that I could make his arm one piece, his chest another piece, this tail piece another, each arm, etc., eyes, nose, mouth, make them all separate pieces, and then animate them by using one of the animate tools to rotate the arms and so forth as you're rotating the body. This is really going to change the way that artwork is sold. Pretty amazing, I think. Okay, so here's an example of a low resolution, probably a GIF file. You can see that it's not vectorized. I'm going to select the image. I'm going to go into Object, Generative, Turntable, and it's going to go through this process. Oh, I've already done it once. So it goes through a process where it takes about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes to generate this now rotatable graphic. So this is a raster image. This is not a vector image. And you can see up here in the eye area, if you pay attention here, and also on this arm when it turns a little bit further, things start going awkward or wrong. But look at this. You can actually go around. It guesstimates what the back of it looks like. And you can rotate this all the way around from one side to the next. And this is a raster graphic image. You can also tilt it. Looks like it only tilts to a certain degree. To play around with that a little bit, but oh, here's the degree here. So you can totally change the way this object operates, and so one piece of clip art now can become multiples. That's pretty astounding. And I've had this in my collection for quite some time. I've had a subscription to Ron Leishman's Tune a Day for years. I let it expire a couple of years ago when I wasn't working full-time as a graphic artist, but I actually still have a lot of his work on CD-ROM, and I've backed up a lot of his stuff since I had the service for so many years. I don't know how many hundreds of pieces of clip art. I probably have several thousand because I have multiples on CDs and so forth, but this is pretty astounding that you can take a GIF file or a JPEG, whatever it was, and I think it was a PNG file actually, and rotate it around to make one piece of clip art literally hundreds or thousands if you played around with it enough, which means probably there's a way to animate it also. I'll have to research that a little bit more when I get an opportunity.